Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II, which we're supposed to call 4 now. We're supposed to call it Pixel Remaster. That at least is its name. I'm Mr. JG. Actually, speaking of Pixel Remaster, one of the more, it's not a particularly frustrating game. A lot of little quality of life improvements over the Super Nintendo game that I played back in the day, and I've played, probably once or twice over the years on emulators since I played it on the original hardware. But one of the more annoying things about trying to do any research on this game is that there was a Game Boy Advance version, and I guess there was a PlayStation version that is not the Pixel Remaster version. I don't know if it was PS1 or what, but there's some kind of way to play this game on modern consoles, like a generation or two back, and there's like an easy mode of whatever the Game Boy Advance version of it was. And the Game Boy Advance version added extra content like dungeons and bosses that didn't originally exist. And what I'm getting at is that it's difficult to get straight answers about what the actual mechanics of the game are because a lot of shit changed. There's a lot of different versions of it out there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Ald made a suggestion in the comments, and again, because I was trying to read, hey, if you have Edge equipped with, because apparently because I looked this up when we found the Mood Ring blade, because we had a boomerang earlier, and I put him in the back row using a boomerang for a while, and it seemed like his damage went to shit. And I was like, oh, the whole reason I put him in the back row with boomerangs is because I figured, hey, that sounds like a mechanic I've seen in other games where that weapon from the back row will do the same damage as it does from the front row. And maybe, I mean, it's not confirmation bias if you think that's going to happen and then you play and then it seems like the opposite happens. But I wasn't sitting there with like a pencil and paper and taking extensive notes on what his damage was before and after I did that, but it didn't seem like it helped. Ald has thrown in that I could have him use Shuriken. And I'll tell you something, having purchasable throwable items for ninjas has been a part of quite a few like Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy Tactics types games over the years. I never do that because I'm such a cheapskate. But I do think I want to try that out because they should be pretty cheap. And like, yeah, we run out of gold every time we go buy new gear, but I think we're getting pretty close to the point in the game where there's no... I don't know that we've got end game gear, but we're getting very close to the point where there's not going to be purchasable gear that's better. And there are items that are really expensive in this game, like remedies and Phoenix Downs are actually fairly expensive to get in this game, but we're sitting on over 100 grand in gil because we got another 12 levels before Rydia learns her last spell. So we got quite a bit of grinding to do, and I probably want to try to do a little more off-screen grinding and see if I can pick up another ribbon anyway. So it does seem like we should be spending money on shurikens if they're actually useful. But we will see. I do not have the ability to buy more shuriken here. Because right before I started recording, I checked those two items shops, and it does not seem to be a thing. Do you have any literature? Do you have literature in your world too? Nope. And I wasn't really looking for insider tips, but I read about Queen Ashura and the boss fight we're about to have, and apparently the one that we just did, there's smarter ways I could have done it. I should have cast Reflect on her because she casts beneficial spells on herself. So I should have done that rather than trying to use magic against her, even though magic was the only fucking thing that was working, but I could have cast... this is a game where you really can play around a lot with Reflect. It's the first game I ever played that had a Reflect spell in it, and I don't usually bother with it that much, but in this game, yeah, like... I don't like using Reflect too much because it makes it difficult to heal the character who has Reflect on them if you're using a white mage to heal primarily, but there are and Ashura's counter was a physical. But I could have done it. Rosa ran out of MPs casting like Karaja every freaking turn on the whole party. But we could have had her just topping off people who needed healing with a cheaper spell. Or, better yet, I could have put Reflect on her and have her never attack, which means that she would very rarely get hit because Ashura wasn't doing a lot of attacking. She was mostly doing counters. What I'm getting at is that there are ways I could have done that a lot smarter. We just sort of brute forced it. But, like, because we were getting good damage from... And now I don't even know what would have happened. If we cast Reflect on Rosa and then had, like, Rydia casting, like, say, Bio on Rosa and having it reflect, would the physical counterattack have gone to Rosa or gone to Rydia? I'm not even sure. That's a good question. But we should have been casting Reflect on her so her healing spells were bouncing off on us, and we did not do that, and that was dumb. I didn't get a specific strategy for the boss fight we're about to have, but I did notice that the Final Fantasy wiki says this is actually easier than the boss fight we just did. You've written your birthday. You can summon me whenever you desire. You're the first to defeat Asura, but you cannot overcome evil with strength alone. Strong spirit is required to steer one's powers towards the righteousness. Oh, wait, I'm the king. I'm the king of summons. Will you test your spirit against mine? No. Determine when you are ready. Yes. So he's Leviathan. So he's going to be weak against, Ow. He's going to be weak against lightning, I would assume. Let's cast, Haste on Rydia. You cast Cure on everyone. And you, first of all, let's see if we can poison it. And whether that works or not, I think we want to try lightning after that. I don't even know in this game how you tell if something is poisoned if we don't... Oh, wow, that did a lot. That is the damage limit in this game. I do not know of any way to go over that limit in this game. 999. Wasn't really expecting to see us doing that kind of damage. So that's pretty cool. It is probably a good thing that we got haste on Rydia if she's going to deal all that kind of damage. Uh-oh, it's about to do its tidal wave. Which is not that bad. I don't think we've got stuff that's making us especially strong against water damage, but actually Cecil's in kind of some trouble. We might have gotten a critical with that, one Thundaga, because we didn't do 999 this last time. We did a lot of damage, but I don't think we're consistently doing 999. I guess that is magic, so we should use Shell. I haven't seen it do a physical attack yet, actually. Let's see if it was a bad idea to not cure Cecil on that turn. I'm not sure the point of having it change its pose when it does that attack, because it's not like... It doesn't stick around where we get to prepare for it. It's just like, oh, when it's facing this way, it's going to do that attack, and you're fucked. Edge is out of magic, and it's probably not worth using anything to give him more, because his magic is... Oh, no. There you go. Yeah, that was significantly easier than the Asura boss fight for sure. And again, I didn't really read up on a particular strategy. I just noticed while I was kind of poking around, looking for something else that he's not that tough. I think it probably did say to use Thunder, but I think I would have thought of that by myself against a water type enemy. Indeed, your spirit is righteous. I, Leviathan, kick us up and still serve you. Woo-hoo-hoo. Rydia has learned Leviathan. Rydia has learned Deacon Batista. Well, there you go. We have to talk to them from the front. Let's see permission from Queen Sheriff before you may approach the king. It's the royal chamber. Doesn't it look fancy? Who's got actual exit as a spell? Teleport. Teleport successful. Throw on a quick save in case I'm being a cheapskate and not going to the end, but just in case we just in case we die on the way back to the main world. Oh, that's right. Float. It lasts forever, so there's really no point in not using it. This doesn't actually... Belphegor. I think the thing that's... one of the little things that has surprised me about this game is how fucking terrible steel is. We're getting it fairly late in the game, because we are more than halfway through this game. It feels really short to me compared to more modern RPGs, but yeah, we're more than halfway through this thing, and getting Edge in our party is the first time we have any ability whatsoever to use steel, and it's terrible because it always misses. He takes damage when he misses, and we have yet to steal anything that was worth the effort. I don't know that I even noticed steel being in the game when I played it on original hardware. Because I didn't have any memory of steel being good or bad. I feel like I just kind of was barely aware that it was in the game at all. That's overkill. Let's get a little gear going on Edge here. But having Edge just be a reasonably quick item user in the back row to avoid taking a lot of damage is perfectly reasonable. And Rydia learned Break. So Leviathan having the ability to, at a 50 MP cost, basically wipe an entire party of generic monsters, gives us access to Break, which for 12 MP will cause us to have a you defeat the enemy instantly spell that will probably never work. We still got float going, right? Yeah. Is there a treasure chest we missed, or is that... Yeah, it is. Apparently we missed a treasure chest up there, because, because that little mini-map did show one treasure chest displayed as open, so I think it actually just shows them as they truly are. Anybody here you can actually steal magic from? It's been really random which enemies do and do not give you anything when you use Osmos on them. Oh, come on! I was kind of relying on that hit to actually heal him up so he could get a little health back. Demons or the mini Satanas are not... oh, great. I'm confused. Hey, what do you think you're doing, asshole? Luckily, Kane does even worse damage to Cecil than Cecil does to Kane. Steal 1 MP from that guy. That's a good use of your turn. Or get confused. Maybe try to steal MPs from Kane or something. Or shoot Kane in the face. Prayer unanswered. It looks like you chose the wrong god, Rosa. Alright. Chest contains cottage. I have become a summoner. Alright, let's try to steal from Hell Flapper. What a great name for an enemy. Let's see if we can get a little free healing. Poison powder. Oh, that's no good. It blinded him. Does not seem to have poisoned him, but it did blind him. See how effective it is? Actually, it didn't blind him, it just gave him sweet-looking shades. Obviously, you can still see because he just hit an enemy with a physical attack. Alright, you got as soon as... Is there a... Yeah, sight is... Oh, sight shows a detailed map. Never mind. Doesn't actually get rid of the blind status at all. I have become a summoner. Oh! These guys are not fucking around. So I probably shouldn't be wasting turns doing shit like trying to steal magic from them, and yet I am. Pray worked, and it worked when Kane was here to actually get affected by it, so that's nice. Alright. Gotta get rid of this guy so that it doesn't just keep going here. I wonder, there's something going... Some of these games have a thing where if you use break, you don't get experience or gold, and... I'm not sure. But let's see if we can... Well, we're not going to find out this turn. Just finish it off. We gotta heal between battles here. Throw down a quick save. Again, little comfort, creature comfort that wasn't in the main... Oh, there's a chest I missed over there, too. I really beelined it towards, trying to actually... Oh, I have to actually press the button here. I really must have beelined it towards getting to the bottom of this cave. I kind of remembered what was down there, but I wasn't really sure. Nice of the game, too. Ooh, okay. Not sure if Edge has some kind of elemental whoppet going. Throwing weapon. Chrysanthemum. No, I think he just got a critical hit. But yeah, I kind of remembered that this, well, the summon cave. I think the townspeople even told us there's summon monsters down there. Like I'm not gonna act like I was surprised. Is there anything cool going on over here? Hell flappers. I don't know if they count as cool or not. They're drop a pretty unimpressive amount of gold. I'm sure there's like It's one of those games that's been thoroughly explored. If there's any, like, cool places where you gotta go grind around here, they are known, and I'm not going to discover anything new. So this enemy might do earthquake magic, and we are not floating, so never mind. Did not last long enough. But didn't we come across a... It's another one of those... I remember this tune from playing it on the SNES, and for the most part, I don't like the remixes. There's one or two that I've enjoyed. For the most part, I just kind of prefer the originals. But, oh, and by the way, I found out off-screen auto battle, they will use items and MPs, which annoyed me, because I like the idea of having an option to just press that to grind and have your characters just attack without, you know, actually using consumables. No particular reason to be up here, but it's kind of cool that you can be. Bloodflower. Holy crap. Not that impressive, actually. Wow. Edge did like 2,000 damage on his attack, and it turns out those things have approximately 900 hit points if I counted the damage that it took from our two wimpy mage characters attacking correctly. But yeah, we found a tail underground, didn't we? Didn't this guy have some weird thing where he wanted a tail? Or was that, oh, that guy might be the guy above ground. He sleeps the days away. I spent the days are over. I won't forge another sword until I find a legendary or adamantite. Never mind. Okay, there was a weird dude on the surface of the planet who wants a tail. And I believe he is blocking us from getting to adamantite. So it does look like we're not going to be able to get the ultimate sword forged until we regain the ability to get to the surface, which we do not currently have. And I don't think we can get there by going through the tower as we did before. See if we can buy shuriken, or if I should have stocked up on them when we were up in Edgeland, the Castle of Edge. Don't know for a fact that you would buy it at the item store instead of a weapons store, so we can take one more look and see if the dwarves, who are in no way ninjas, are selling any ninja weapons. I think the quickest way to get to the weapons store is over this way. I am correct. Kind of a long shot that it would be in the armor store, but I figured I would check. Well. So we're not getting back up to the surface without advancing the story, and the next thing that the story wants us to do is go to the sealed cave, which I've been dreading. I remember it being a really nasty dungeon when I was a kid. Maybe there's some stuff going on here where it's made it harder for myself than I needed to. This is the Cave of Summons, but there's a freaking treasure chest there that I didn't get. Alright, let's turn off encounters to make this go a little faster. There's a... I see it up there. How'd you get over there, I wonder? This way, and you get an ether for your troubles. Alright. There may be a PlayStation trophy for opening every treasure chest in the game. I am not aware of any particular... It's not like the Lufia game mechanic with the way to the Jewel of Darkness opens only for those who show proof of the rite of passage, which was what, the necklace, I think? Cool beans. Beep, 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 beep. The door is transformed into a monster. Uh-oh. As I recall, it searches a target and then it like frickin' kills them on the next turn, I think. Pretty much every time. Unless you just kill it. And then you can't refight them, so they are kind of, there's a finite number of those encounters. I should check between videos if it is worth stealing from them. We got a Kotetsu, which is nothing to write home about. Then again, this dungeon in theory is going to be easier than the last couple places we visited because they're both optional dungeons. So the mandatory dungeon is probably shouldn't be as difficult as the optional dungeon, which in theory should be more of a challenge. Alright, and call it a video here, folks. When we come back next time, I am going to take a moment and read up on whether there's anything that you can steal from the trapdoors, or evil doors, or I think they're called trapdoors in this game, and they become evil doors, and there's an evil wall later. Spoilers. Yeah, I'll see if there's anything you can steal from them. I kind of doubt it, though. This game really doesn't reward stealing often at all. But seeing as there's only a limited number of times you can encounter that enemy, if it turns out, oh my god, every time you steal from them, you get, like, ultimate shuriken that can't be bought in stores and makes Edge viable. It makes Ed viable. Ed would be a great character to add to this game. Weird Ed from Maniac Mansion. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now, but I'll talk next time.